Hello everybody, hope all is well. I'm Felicia. I'm excited to do some Pilates with you today. We're going to do the circle and ball. If you would like to buy these, I do have a link in my description below and you can use my link. But these are amazing for stability, also for a little strengthening, also coordination. If you can't do both of them at one time, just think of maybe doing one and then adding another one later, because the coordination sometimes could be a little bit tricky, but once you get it, it's really great. And I love it. I love this class. I'm getting some amazing feedback off of people doing these classes at Yoga Barn here. So why don't we get started and let's see what happens. All right, we are going to start first putting the ball right behind us, okay? Now you're going to use this as we do a half roll back, and you're going to sit on it for a little while. Arms in front of you on these handles, right? But the arms are back in the shoulder sockets, because if not, you're going to build the wrong muscles if you're like this, right? So you want to come all the way back. Now the legs could be first level, bent, feet on the floor. Second, heels into the ground. This is great for any tightness in the hamstrings or in the front of the thigh. And then this would be the last one. And this is straight leg, toes back towards you, but make sure that you don't clench at the front of your thigh and your hip, okay? I'm going to do the middle one. Arms out in front of you, and then arms back in the shoulder sockets. First, let's just press in on the circle. Good. Just like that, making sure that your hands pressing in on the circle are both pressing with the same intensity. A lot of times one side is a little bit, stronger than the other. So then you'll press a little bit harder. Try to feel into it and just make sure that you're doing both at the same. Okay, so breathing in and out, scooping out the belly, still pressing in on that circle, coming halfway back. So you're really leaning back into the ball. And then you're gonna press in the belly without using the front of the thigh, using that lower belly, coming all the way up, still using that circle, arms back in the shoulder sockets. And let's do that again. Breathing in and out. Scooping out the belly, coming halfway back. Good. And then we're going to come up using the belly and coming all the way up, sitting up nice and tall, making sure those shoulders are not out here, all the way back into the shoulder sockets. Now we're going to come halfway back, bend those elbows, breathing in and out. Bend the elbows, press in on the circle, and then coming all the way back up. And we're going to do that again. Breathing in. As we come back, bending those elbows, scooping out that belly, and then coming all the way back up, sitting up nice and tall. Let's do that again. Breathing in and out. Coming back, pressing in on that circle, pressing in on that belly. Come all the way back up, sitting up nice and tall, making sure that the arms are in the shoulder sockets. One last one, staying back, breathing in and out. Coming halfway back, bending those elbows. Staying there and pressing in. Using your breath, navels into the spine, pressing in on those circles, or on that circle. Using your breath. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing in on the belly, coming all the way up to a seated position. Now I'm going to take our good old ball, and you can put the circle by the side. You're going to take the ball though, put it in between your wings here, your shoulder blades, and we're going to come roll back and make sure that it's not too far up. So if you go all the way up like this, you don't have a lot of range of motion. So if you're really in between those shoulder blades, you're going to really have a lot of range of motion. with that upper spine coming all the way up and down. Okay, this is great for posture, especially since we're over those computers and phones, right? So I'm going to keep my knees bent, feet on the floor. I suggest that you do the same. So coming all the way back and then coming forward, the rib cage comes towards the pelvic bone. Okay, elbows out to the side, chest is wide, chin is away from the chest. So coming back and then coming up. And then coming back and then coming up. I've already done this once today. I taught this earlier, so my belly is shaking a little bit already. Good, using your breath. Let's just do 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the last one, I want you to stay up. Taking your good old circle. You're going to put your feet through the circle and you're going to press on the outsides of the circle with your thigh, okay? Still keeping the upper body. You can hold the back of your head, or if that's a little bit uncomfortable, you can also put your elbows onto the ground. Press into the elbows though, so you press up and you're not dropping into the shoulders if you do this version. Okay, so come all the way up. Now I'm going to do this version and just press out on the circle. Remember what I said in the beginning of class, usually we're stronger on one side than the other. So you want to make sure that you're evenly distributing the pressure onto the circle. So pressing out on the thighs. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping the pressure on the circle, we're just going to press the belly in and come up and tap. So coming up and tap. Making sure you do this not from the hips. It's going to be from the lower belly, okay? Using your breath. Now I'm going to add the upper body. So actually, once we get down with the feet, we're going to curl up and then coming back down. Using your breath, navel's into the spot. Now I'm going to add another level if you would like. Once you come all the way up, you press out on the circle. 1, 2, 3. And then you come down, touch those toes, come all the way up, and then out on the circle. 1, 2, and 3. And then coming down on the circle, coming all the way up, and 1, 2, 3. 5 more, just like that. So coming all the way back, using your breath. 1, 2, 3. 4 more. And 1, 2, 3. It's harder than it looks, I know. And now 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. And 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Now, putting those feet down, you can take your hands from away from your head. And we're going to take the good old circle, bring the knees in to the chest, and we put the circle just a little bit above the ankles. Now, you can do this with the elbows onto the floor if you would like, or you can have them back again like this. And you can just go extending out and in. Now you can stay like this, or you can add the upper body again. So out and in, right? So as the legs come out, you come all the way down to the mat. And then you come in. Still feeling the pressure onto the circle evenly from both sides. Good. This next one, We're going to come in and out. Good. Now staying in, and I want you to hold there and just press a little bit in on the circle. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then extend the legs and press in on the circle. Woo! Feel those inner thighs. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring those knees in. Woo! Coming all the way down. And then taking the circle away, or excuse me, the ball away, bringing the circle up in between your thighs again, bringing your arms down by your side, and just real quick, in on the circle again for those inner thighs. Good, using your breath. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now holding there. We're going to hold there, press the hands and the arms into the floor, as well as the feet. And we're going to go into bridge. So breathing in and out. Scooping out the belly. One vertebra at a time. Slowly comes all the way up. Still feeling the pressure on the circle. And try not to move back and forth with those hips. And then breathing in and out. One vertebra at a time. Slowly comes back onto the mat. And you still have that pressure onto the circle. Now, if you want to do it with the ball, you can, but you won't have the arms on the floor for stability. So we're going to bring the arms up, keeping pressure onto the ball. Breathing in and out. Scooping out the belly, one vertebra at a time. Slowly comes all the way up to the tips of the shoulder blades. And then we're going to press in on the circle, and if you have the ball on the circle at the same time. So in 1, 2, 3, and then slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time, slowly coming down to the mat to rest the tailbone. And we're going to do this again. Breathing in and out. Scoping out the belly. And one vertebra at a time comes off of the mat to the tips of the shoulder blades. Now we're going to press in on the circle and in on the ball. So 1, 2, 3, and then slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time, slowly down onto the mat. We're going to do this 2 more times. That last one we're going to stay up. So breathing in and out, scooping out the belly. One vertebra at a time comes off the floor. So really feel the manipulation in the spine, even though you probably feel your inner thighs by now. And then in on the circle and on the ball. 1, 2, 3. And then slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time to rest the tailbone. We're going to do this 1 more time and stay up. Breathing in and out. Scooping out the belly. Coming all the way up. This time we're going to stay up. And we're just going to press in on the ball and the circle. Not bringing those hips down towards the mat. So the hips stay up and you're pressing in on the circle and the ball. Using your breath. Good. Try to keep on smiling too. It's really important. That's when we relax our jaw, which relaxes the rest of the body. We can do more, and also it prevents injury. So it's very important to smile. And using your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the ball, holding in on the circle, and just press up with those hips towards the ceiling. Using your breath, navels into the spine. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. and slowly coming down one vertebra at a time, back down to the mat. Now we're going to put the ball to the side, bring those knees into the chest, taking the circle, putting our feet into the circle. We're going to roll up to one of my favorites. It's teaser. I think I just like the name. But we're going to come up. We're going to rest on our tailbone. So use the circle for leverage, breathing in and out. Curling up the head, neck, and chest, pressing out on the circle. And if you get stuck, you can also pull yourself up with the upper body. Chest is wide. Good. Belly is in. Breathing in and out. If you need to, you can always bend the knees. It's up to you. Good. You know your body best. And don't forget to smile. Let's come back down. Good. Let's do that again. Breathing in and out. Curling up the head, neck, and chest. Belly is in and coming all the way up. Elbows down by the side. And don't forget, you can always just bend those knees and smile. And let's come back down to the mat. Do 2 more. Coming all the way back down. Good. Breathing in and out. Curling up the head, neck, and chest. And use that upper body if you need to pull yourself all the way up. But you really want to do this from the lower belly and not from the front of the thigh or the hip. A lot of times we like to do that. Breathing in and out. Scooping out the belly. Coming all the way back down to the mat. This next one, we will stay up, breathing in and out. Curling up the head, neck, and chest. Belly is in. Coming all the way up. Holding there. Bending the knees. And then we could just bring the circle into the thigh here. And we're just going to stay here and press out. If you want to put your hands at the back of the thigh, you can. You can also bring them to the side. You can also extend the legs straight. Make sure you're using your lower belly and not the front of the thigh. Good. Using your breath. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Ooh, bending those legs and coming all the way up. Good. Well, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you joining me today. I love the ball and the circle. You get to really get into those inner and outer thighs, a little bit of the arms as well. As I said, if you want to get them, I have a link in the description below, and you can buy them for yourself. And other than that, thank you so much. I have videos coming out weekly. Please join me. I always like those comments, likes, and subscribes. All right. Have a great day.